Radical Democrats have been trying to haul Trump and other GOP leaders over the coals on account of the January 6th Capitol riots incident. Now, the day of reckoning could be coming for such Democrats as Republicans seek to regain the House majority after the upcoming midterm polls. Hi, and welcome to TFI Global, the foreign affairs and geopolitical analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I am your host Sanbir, and if you haven't subscribed to the TFI Global channel yet, hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon to receive all the latest updates. Let's begin. The Republicans are angry over how former President Donald Trump has been framed for the January 6th Capitol riots. Now, they are trying to take a leaf out of the Democratic Party's playbook and beat the radical Democrats at their own game. So, how are the Democrats harassing Republican leaders? And how will the GOP leaders come back at the Democrats after the midterm elections later this year? Let's find out. Recently, the Democrats made an open attempt to bully GOP House leaders. The House Select Committee probing the January 6th Capitol riots subpoenaed House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy and four other Republican lawmakers on the accusation of refusing voluntary cooperation. The Democrat-led panel subpoenaed Republican Representatives Jim Jordan of Ohio, Mo Brooks of Alabama, Andy Biggs of Arizona, and Scott Perry of Pennsylvania. Republicans understand that the Democratic Party's actions are a part of a political witch hunt, McCarthy said. They're not conducting a legitimate investigation. They just want to go after their political opponents. He added, but the one thing that has changed in America, higher inflation, unsecured border, gas prices, and now we don't have a baby formula. Perry too said, this is all for headlines and sensationalism. The lawmaker added, the fact that they sent it to the press before they said it to the members is just proof it's all about headlines. This whole thing is a charade. House Republicans are discussing plans to retaliate against the Democrats harassing them if they win back the majority. They plan on issuing subpoenas to Nancy Pelosi and other top Democrats in a tit-for-tat move against the Democratic Party. Pelosi, of course, figures at the top of the list. The Republicans want to target her over her communications regarding security matters ahead of January 6 and as the rioting was unfolding. When asked if Republicans should issue a subpoena to Pelosi, Representative Buddy Carter, a Georgia Republican, said, I'm going to tell you the truth. Yes, I do. Carter added, this is setting the precedent, and we're just not going to lie down and let this happen. There are serious questions about her role on January 6th and exactly what she did and what she didn't do, and we need to get to the bottom of that. Other Republicans also confirmed that there is a broad agreement to go after Pelosi. Representative Brian Mast, a Florida Republican, said, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a subpoena there. While Pelosi and other House Democrats keep blaming Trump and other Republican leaders for the January 6th insurrection attempt, her own role has been questioned by the Republicans. Last year, Jim Banks from Indiana said, due to the rules of the United States Capitol, the power structure of the Capitol, Nancy Pelosi, the Speaker of the House, has more control and authority and responsibility over the leadership of the Capitol Police than anyone else in the United States Capitol, he had added. So, she doesn't want us to ask these questions because at the end of the day, she is ultimately responsible for the breakdown of security at the Capitol that happened on January 6th. If the radical Democrats had an agenda to push over the Capitol riots, the Republicans are entitled to push their own version after regaining the House majority. The day of reckoning is thus coming closer for radical Democrats.